Hello, and welcome to today's video. Today I will create HSL bus line 444, which runs between the Kivistö railway station and Riipilä in northern Vantaa. I can't recall such a line, and I think this is a fairly new line. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what I think. Another nice, or not so nice thing about this line is that nothing, absolutely nothing of it has been created. The only stretch of it created is the line between the Kivistö bus terminal in here and this crossing here in the middle of Kivistö. Everything else will be built in this video. So, not the shortest of videos, but these are new areas for me too. So, the first stop is Aurinkokiven kuja, Solstensgränden, and it's located right next to Aurinkokiven koulu. Surprise, surprise. So, let's remember, build a city road. There we go. So, Aurinkokiven kuja, Solstensgränden. It is. Great. After Aurinkokiven kuja, our following stop, or well, let's first see how we could possibly, with the least damage possible, connect with the other roads in the area. Would that possibly do? And do we need to move some signals? Actually, fairly few. Whoa, was it really that painless? Well, I suspect that this crossing will be a future. Well, it's certainly not going to be over there. A further issue, future issue point, but I hope I am wrong. So far the issues have been completely different, but they will reappear in the stops in Espoo later on when more bus lines will come in, because as you already probably know, there will be a lot more coming up. Then we stop at the Rubiiniaukio. Rubinplatsen, which is located in this turning here. And after Rubiiniaukio, we will stop at Lippopuisto. Flaggparken. Over here. There we go. Oops. And from Lippopuisto, we'll be moving on to Lippokuja, Flaggränden, which is located in here. There we go. After Lippukuja, we're gonna stop at Huovintie. Knäcktvein. And after Huovintie, we're gonna stop at Ritaritie. Riddarvein. There we go. After Ritaritie, we're gonna stop at Kannistantie. Kannistoväin. Its opposing stop is called Kenraalitie, but we don't care about this now. Kannista is a much nicer name. After Kannistantie, our following stop is then called Muskettikuja. Muskötgränden. Sorry about that. After Muskettikuja, we're gonna stop at Sotilaskorventie. Soldatkärrsväin. After Sotilaskorventia, where the hell are we going? Riipilä is over there, so quite a lot of road still to ruin. Then we're gonna stop at Linnankalliontie. Linnabergsväin. There we go. After Linnankalliontie, we're gonna stop at Rajalantie. Rajalaväin. And after Rajalantie, we're gonna stop at Riipiläntie 63. Ripobyväin 63. After Riipiläntie 63, we're gonna stop at Forsbackantie. Forsbackaväin. Wait. We're actually still in Vantaa, right? Yeah, we are. Good. After Forsbackantie, we're then gonna stop at Seutulan VPK. Or Sjöskogs FPK. Well, that's gonna be over here. The VPK, the FPK, is called Vapaapalokunta or Fribrandkåre, which means private hobby-based fire services. And they sort of assist the municipal or regional fire services in their businesses. After Seutunan VPK, we're gonna stop at Katriinan sairaala. Oh yes. We're gonna place one-way stop here, and here we have a stop called Katriinan kuja, Katrinegrenden. I will make it a both-way stop now. There we go. And then we're gonna stop at Katriinan sairaala, Katrinesjukhuset. That will actually create a double stop and a double loop to the hospital. Because of reasons which already will be evident for you if you have been following this channel closely. There are reasons as to why I need a double stop. And the reason, of course, is that there will be a loop. And this won't be the only time this line stops at this stop. So great news, you'll be coming back. But then we'll leave Katriinan sairaala, we stop at Katriinan kuja, we stop at Seutulan VPK. And then we stop at a stop called Seutula itself, which unfortunately is located on the both sides of this crossing. But I never knew that Seutula was called Sjöskog in Swedish. Of course it is, but I never knew it. The name Seutula is familiar because more than trains and buses and local traffic, I am into airlines and airliners, and the airport, Helsinki-Vantaa airport, was originally called Seutula Airport because it's located, well, close enough in here. But that was before, of course, times became international. Now after that we're gonna stop at Seutulan urheilukeskus, so a left turn it will be Sjöskogs idrottsplan. There we go. Then we're gonna stop at a stop called Suosaaren-tie, Mossholmsväin, which is located in here, and now I'm starting to remember this line. I have created it before. But let's say that when we get to the 700 lines, then they're all new for me. I managed to create some of the 600 lines, but then I ran out of interest, and then sorry about that, I was using third-party downloadable content and pedestrian bridges to link sort of stations with each other, and when the whole station system changed, I think those were the ones that crashed my sorry about that whole life. After Suosaaren-tie, we're gonna stop at Königstedt. Well, where the hell is that then? Okay, so this makes things rather interesting. After Mossholmsväin, all the stops are individual. So first comes Sjöskogskapell, Seutulan kappeli. And it's in here. And after Seutulan kappeli, we're gonna stop at Königstedt, which is a one-way stop. After Königstedt, we're gonna stop at Solbakkan-tie, Solbakkaväin. What do you mean it's not? Oh. Okay. So, Solbakkan-tie, Solbakkaväin. This is one of the strangest places I have been to. I will create all the stops as double stops for a reason. And then we're gonna stop at Tapolan. No, wait. There is still gonna be a stop called Tapolan-tie, Tapolaväin in here. Superstar. Then we're gonna stop at Tapolandri. No, I'm not gonna say anything anymore. Let's see. Then we're gonna have a stop called Kotamäki. That's also on the way back. And it's gonna be in here. So this is also a one-way stop. After Kotamäki, we're gonna stop at, or well, we wouldn't exactly stop at Kotamäki in here, but let's just see what comes next. Tapolan Rinne, Tapola Brinken. Oh wow! Oh wow! We have actually successfully reached the end of this thing. This one sort of edge of the line. And then we should guide the bus back home from here. And I think I will just make the line completely incorrect, stopping at every single stop on one direction and stopping at every single stop to the other direction. That would make things fairly easy. So that's Tapolan Rinne, and our final stop and the terminus is at a stop called Tapola. Bingo. No, that's not the terminus. Sorry. This is not the terminus. That's the sad part. Because then we'll have to take this line all the way back to the main road. Then we'll go on further north to the promised land. Whatever it was, Riipile. I think it was Riipile. So now we're at Tapola. And we'll make a loop in the end of the line. There we go. Then we will just skip the rest of it. And then we'll go back here. No. Sorry about that. We'll actually go back here. Because after Suonsaarentie, the following stop will be called Pirttirannantie. Let me try to discover that on the map. So Pirttirannantie, Pirttirantaväin is over here. There is another village called Pirttiranta in there. Whoops. There we go. And there we are at Pirttirannantie. Then we're gonna stop at, let's see. Oh, at another stop called Suosaarentie. So Suosaarentie is very well served. It has stops on the both ends of it. There we go. And there we go. After the second or third Suosaarentie stop on this line, we will stop at the Strandkullantie or Strandkullaväin. Which is actually going to be here. Is the road actually leading somewhere? Well, it is. But Strandkullantie, Strandkullaväin is over here. Okay, we cannot cross the stream in there. We'll just have to build a bridge. We could obviously build a tunnel too, but obviously this is going to be a bridge. I don't think the rural areas of Vantaa could possibly sustain the financial burden of building a tunnel. Oops. There we go, we're at Strandkullantie, Strandkullaväin. And finally we've reached Riipilä, this stunning metropolitan. Oh! There is still a stop called Männikköntie, Männikköväin, which is on both sides of this crossing to Riipilä, and I also think that we will build it. So there we go with Männikköntie, and after Männikköntie, let's see what we get after Männikköntie. There we go. And the final stop on the line is called Riipilä, Ripuby. And that's going to be located in here. Sorry about that. Well, guys, this was just part of the fun. I've spent 34 minutes building roads and haven't... Oh, where the hell do we get to here? I spent 34 minutes building roads and I haven't placed a single bus stop here yet. And this, of course, means that that fun will start right away. And there we are at Riipilä. And I'm taking back my words about this being a new line. I have at least created some lines which have run here. Of course, they may have been regrouped because I can't remember such a, let's say, difficult line. But there we have it. The roads have been built. And now let's go back to our wonderful, wonderful base in Kiviste, an area which I personally hate. It's, it's an impossible area of the city which was designed in the middle of nowhere, and it was designed to be a non-automobile suburb, which means you're in the middle of nowhere, you're completely dependent on the public transport because you can't find parking spots. And in addition to that, you're actually located outside the ring road number 3, which basically, oh no, wait a second. Yes, you are. You're basically located outside ring road number 3, which is considered the kind of border between the capital region and in the middle of nowhere. And we're outside of this area. So we're in the rural areas and we build a very, very densely populated area with very, very small apartments and not enough parking places. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing. Nothing. But we stop and start at Kiviste station. And then we move on to these new areas and stop at Aurinkokivenkuja. Sorry about that. Rubiiniaukio. And I don't really care where I'm stopping right now. I know there are one-way stops in this line. I just decided to completely ignore them. We'll stop at every stop running this way, and we will stop at every stop running the other way. And that's about it. So there we go for the first interesting turn of events. Shortly we'll be faced with the second one. And there we go, then we'll skip all of this and we'll be turning here. And wonderful. And it's not even a long line actually. Only 27 kilometers, but we've reached the end of it. And then let's go back and stop at every single stop and direction we haven't stopped yet at. And there we go, we have successfully completed it. The line is open. Then let's go see what kind of buses we should buy for it. Of course, no, they are these things dubbed the Weema. But how many buses is my main question actually. And the answer will be found here when we'll have a look at line 444 and see that it runs daily approximately every hour, which isn't too bad for a line like this. So 444 and an hourly line, let's go. Okay, we're gonna need 2, so the service level on this line is gonna be much better than in real life, where it only runs every hour. Here it runs every 45 minutes. Excellent. So roads have been built, lines have been created, buses have been bought, and everything's up and running. There will be a new video tomorrow. So until then, bye.